What happens when endurance, legacies, and monsters collide? From ultra marathon horror to Hyrule to the king of kaiju's next roar. This is the Final Cut, your daily pulse in horror. I'm your host Travis, kicking off a brand new week with 3 massive stories spanning the mind, myth, and monsterverse. Shailene Woodley laces up for the psychological thriller Ultra. The Legend of Zelda movie reveals its cast and release date, and Godzilla Minus Zero officially stomps into production. Let's get into it. First up, Shailene Woodley is taking the long road into madness. The Divergent and Big Little Lies star will headline Ultra, a psychological thriller set against the grueling world of ultra marathon racing. The film comes from writer-director Victoria Negri, whose indie work like Gold Star explored the physical and emotional limits of endurance. Producers include Allison Rose Carter, John Reed of Savage Rose Films, known for Everything Everywhere All at Once, alongside Iris Torres. Executive producers from NQ and Sailor Bear bring indie prestige with credits like The Green Knight and A Ghost Story. Ultra follows a long-distance runner who begins losing her grip on reality as her body deteriorates. A chilling exploration of obsession, isolation, and the blurred line between triumph and self-destruction. Mr. Smith Entertainment will handle international sales, while WME Independent manages U.S. distribution, with both debuting the project at the American film market. My question for you guys is, could the psychological toll of endurance sports make for the next great horror subgenre? Let us know your answers in the comments ahead. Next up, Nintendo is expanding its cinematic universe, and Hyrule is next. The Legend of Zelda live-action film is officially set to hit theaters on May 7th, 2027, directed by Wes Ball. The movie will follow Link and Princess Zelda as they battle Ganon for the Sacred Triforce in a sprawling fantasy epic. 16-year-old Benjamin Evan Ainsworth stars as Link, with Bo Bragason playing Zelda. Ball promises a serious, ambitious, and whimsical take on the beloved story, blending the grandeur of Ocarina of Time with the emotion of Breath of the Wild. Filming has reportedly begun in New Zealand, while Sony and Nintendo partnering to bring this fantasy world to life. No trailer yet, but early reports tease dungeons, puzzles, and a darker tone than fans might expect. My question for you guys is, should The Legend of Zelda go full fantasy adventure or lean into its darker mythic side? Let us know your answers in the comments ahead. And finally, the King of Monsters is back and louder than ever. Toho Studios has officially revealed the sequel to Godzilla Minus One, titled Godzilla Minus Zero, during Godzilla Day 2025 in Tokyo. Director Takashi Yamazaki returns to helm the 31st Japanese entry in the legendary kaiju franchise. The first film became a global phenomenon, grossing over $113 million on a $15 million budget and winning the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects, the first in the franchise 70-year history. This new chapter aims to be more than a sequel. It's described as a statement piece, expanding the mythos through darker visuals and emotional storytelling. Early concept art reveals brushstroke style imagery, hinting at both scale and introspection. A monster movie with a human soul. My question for you guys is, what do you want most from Godzilla Minus Zero? More destruction or deeper emotion? Let me know your answers in the comments ahead. Today's take. Today's stories show just how wide horror and fantasy can reach. From the mental endurance of Ultra to the epic heroism of Zelda and the emotional spectacle of Godzilla, each project redefines its genre: human pain, mythic hope, and cinematic might. Whether running through deserts, saving kingdoms, or surviving kaiju attacks, the real story is about pursuing and pushing limits. Which upcoming project are you most excited for is our Spotify poll. To kick off the week, Ultra, The Legend of Zelda, Godzilla Minus Zero, all of them. If you got a breaking horror or fantasy news story, DM us at HMUNCUT. It might get featured on one of the upcoming stories, but don't forget to answer today's Spotify poll question. That's it for today's episode of The Final Cut, your daily pulse in horror. I'm Travis, reminding you to rest, recover, and recharge, because even heroes need a breather. And as always, we'll be back tomorrow with more news. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Until then, you know the drill. Keep the lights on.